All right, I'm going to call the meeting to order at 7 p.m. Can we stand for the pledge?
Can we have the Lord's Prayer?
Are there any objections?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
All right, roll call. Charlie?
Here.
Thora?
Here.
Dale?
Here.
All right, I'd like to ask for a nomination for the chairman.
I'd like to nominate Thor Green for chairman. A second.
Charlie?
Yes.
Thora?
Yes.
Dale?
Yes.
I'd like a nomination for vice chairman.
I'd like to nominate Charlie Harris as our vice chairman.
A second.
Hold on here. Thora, Charlie, Dale. Charlie?
Yes.
Thora?
Yes.
Dale?
Yes.
Okay, at this time, on this third day of January 2024, I move to convene an executive session pursuant to RC Code, or Revised Code 121.22G1 for the purpose of considering the following matters: appointment, employment, or compensation of public employees.
Second.
Charlie?
Yes.
Thora?
Yes.
Dale?
Yes.
Okay. call this meeting back to order, please.
Second?
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes.
All right. I will move that the trustee liaisons for 2024. Dale Wiley will be Park, Town Hall, and Cemetery. Charlie Harris, Road, Maintenance, and Zoning. Myself, Fire Department, and IT Media.
I'll second that.
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes.
All right. At this time, I'm going to move to retain the township travel policy for paying registration fees and hotel accommodations and using the current IRS rates for per diem and mileage.
Second?
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes.
I will also move at this time to accept the current records retention policy for 2024 with the Records Commission to be the 3 trustees and the fiscal officer.
Second?
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes.
Yeah. And at this time, I'll also move that stating all records requests must be made in writing to the fiscal officer, who will then comply in a reasonable amount of time. Fees will remain at 15 cents per printed page, $2 per CD of township minutes, and thumb drives will be at market price plus any postage rates as necessary.
Second?
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes.
And I will move that we have the township inventory completed by our next meeting, which is Tuesday, January 9th, 2024.
Second?
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes. All right. Next thing is the zoning commission. Phil, you mind coming up here? The chat for a second. Need a pulley? Phil, I think the zoning commission needs to go back to every week or every month, once a month.
Okay,
There's too big of a lull if you have to go to regional planning and come back. And that was my biggest thing, was there was too big of a lull between making a decision and then it coming back around to us. So I think that every month meeting might help that. So that's my opinion. You're okay with that?
well, that's fine, but, you know, the problem that we're running into, and I understand the situation, because right now I've got something that's coming back from regional, and that is you end up with either corrections or
Right.
being held up. And it's going to take time no matter what.
Right, and I just think this might
It
expedite
may
the process.
smooth it out, but,
So.
you know, every month, that's fine.
Okay, all right, then that's what we'll move to, so.
When do we want to start the first one?
So we have an opening at the hall this Friday, January 5th, so
I'll have to see what we can put together.
see if we can get enough for a quorum for this Friday.
Do you want to go back to what you had always done before, the first Wednesday of the month, Phil?
Yeah, that would be to,
That's what I have scheduled in
Scheduled,
the hall
okay.
rental, so.
All right.
yeah, it works out for everybody, because we get everything back in, and if
Right.
it's got to come to the board, it's before the first meeting, so it can be laid out.
Usually what I did is obviously the first Wednesday of every month was the zoning commission. I always kept the last Monday of the month open for zoning appeals. So,
Why I'm wondering is we need to say this tonight so that we do not have to put in a special notice in the paper. So can we tentatively set the next date? You know,
Yes.
if we have this now that we're doing, you know, that this is going to be the meeting, you know, the zoning commission meeting every month, then we don't have to advertise that again, once we state
No.
that.
no,
The only time we'd have to advertise it is if we have a
work session, special meeting.
special meeting, say, going over public meeting.
Right.
And we'll probably do what the trustees have always done, make it half hour ahead of the regular meeting.
Correct.
Then we can just publish it in the paper.
Okay. Okay. All right, then I think that's probably the best way to go, so.
Okay.
All righty? All right, then, at this time, the Atwater Zoning Commission regular scheduled meetings will be held the first Wednesday of every month, starting January 5th, 2024, and every month thereafter. Meeting will be held at 6:30 p.m. at the Atwater Town Hall, located at 1219 State Route 183, Atwater, Ohio. The zoning secretary will give notice of special meetings, hearings, or work sessions in the Record Courier according to the periods specified in the Ohio Revised Code. All work sessions are for the discussion of public business and will be considered a public meeting. Zoning appeals will meet each month as necessary. Zoning office are by appointment.
I'll second.
Roll call Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Can I interrupt you just a second? I cannot guarantee the fifth. In other words, having a quorum
This Friday.
Friday. So I will do the best I can.
Right.
Well, hold on. Before we pass that, let's set it now, before we,
What's in the pipeline, Phil, that if we wait till the 1st of February, the first Wednesday in February, will it be okay?
No, I've got things coming out of our regional planning that we're planning on putting through tonight.
then how about January 8th?
We can't, we wouldn't put those through tonight anyways, we'd do them on.
No, this was the regular meeting for
Oh,
zoning
okay.
commission.
I got you.
January 8th.
That'll work.
Okay. All right, then I'll change my motion to January 8th, 2024.
so January 8th, and then the first Monday, or the first
The
Wednesday.
first Wednesday of every month.
Okay, so with that being revised, Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes. That's fine. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna be 14th December. Right, so this is for 2024.
Yeah,
Right. So that's the reorganizational meeting.
for next year, yeah. Okay. All right, I'm gonna make a motion that we adopt in accordance with Ohio Revised Code 121.22F for the notices of meetings that will replace and supersede any previous motions or resolution regarding this matter. Regular scheduled meetings, the Atwater Board of Trustees shall meet on the second and fourth Tuesday of each month at the Atwater Town Hall, 1219 State Route 183, Atwater, Ohio, commencing at 7 p.m. and concluding at the end of business. The last meeting of the year will be held on Monday, December 30th at 7 p.m. The budget hearing will be held on July 9th at 6:30 p.m. with the regularly scheduled meeting to follow. The 2025 organizational meeting will be held on Wednesday. No, the 2025 organizational meeting, we had talked of putting it in December, since we'll have the same board.
Right, so it'd be
December 10th, wasn't it?
December, yes.
10th at 2024. Since we have the same board, we can get it done before and not have to have this extra
And
meeting.
what time are we starting? We're starting at 7?
7, yeah. All right.
I'll second that. It's just a regular meeting.
Yeah.
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes.
All right, next. I move to rehire Mary Rodenbacher as our consultant on an as-needed basis at the rate of $25 per hour.
Second.
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes. I'd like to make a motion to rehire Emily Lashley as zoning inspector until further review at the rate of $700 per month.
Second?
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes. Well, that's why I said until further review. So Linda gave us her notice that she's retiring last meeting. And so we didn't have a regular meeting until the next meeting after this one. So we have to have a zoning inspector to handle affairs like we have going on until then. So,
I would much more be concerned with making sure that there's an appropriate date. In other words, if you're saying, the way you laid it out.
Phil, if we want to speak, we need to seriously go to the microphone.
What I'm saying is that if you want to do that and have her doing both jobs, I'd like to see a time limit put on it. In other words, 2 months, 3 months, you have a permanent zoning inspector on duty. None of this as needed.
It's not as
that's
needed.
not as I said it with upon further review.
Okay, with upon further review, it's still
Yeah.
no definite date.
Okay. And that's something we're going to look at the regular meeting. Just at this time, I need a zoning inspector because we have multiple jobs going on right now that the township's handling, and I need somebody down there. So that's why I said until further review.
Years ago, the fiscal officer in Randolph they gave her 2 positions, 2 paid positions. One, she was an elected official. The other made her an employee. As an employee, they felt it was improper, and they got this opinion from the prosecutor's office that she could not hold a paid employee position and also be an elected official.
And I asked.
I
Brett-
don't want us to get in trouble,
No.
Charlie, because it caused problems over there. I don't want these problems.
So I did.
It is a conflict of interest unless Emily's willing to do it. I don't. I can read it, but
Well, I did. I called Brett, and this is what
Well-
he gave me.
I would like to see us get a representative that would give us a little more input and a little more satisfaction as to our problems here in the township. And I don't think Brett's doing that. I'm sorry. I think he's a good kid. Other than that, but I just, no. But I don't want us to get like they got over in Randolph, which was a very hurtful thing for one thing. Nobody's trying to hurt you either, Emily. I'm not trying to hurt you. But I don't want us to get into a cluster at the beginning of the year by doing something that I don't think Brett, no, I would like to see Chris Maduri's opinion on
I've
that.
talked to Chris Maduri.
And he said what?
It is in the ORC that you are allowed to obtain the fiscal officer and the zoning position and be paid for both of them at the rate that the trustees agree on.
Then
It is
why
an
would
ORC
it?
code that you are allowed to obtain both. So until I quit or they choose to fire me, it's not a legal issue.
Well, I think if you want to do a proper job as fiscal officer, and try to hold down a position as
Okay, Peggy,
inspector.
that's my personal
That-
decision.
Well, that's your
I
personal,
appreciate your input.
but you're also a mother, you're also a farmer, you also go to the fair, you're not available, nobody can get you. We got a lot of problems going here, and we've got zoning issues in this community that really need attention, and nobody can get you on the phone. I've called you several times and found out you left the phone in the office while you were at the fair and it went dead.
Peggy,
So I never
Peggy.
got
Peggy,
you back.
Thank you.
First of all,
No.
Now, Dora, I don't care to hear what you have to say either.
This is not,
I'm frustrated with this whole situation that's starting at the beginning of the year.
thank you.
are they allowed to talk?
This is not a regular meeting. This is a meeting for us to organize our business for next year, for this coming year, I should say. We don't even have zoning on the topic.
You're not going
yet.
to let me speak then?
I'm speaking at the moment, just a
Okay.
minute, please. So what I'm trying to say is, this is not a time for us
I
to
realize
open up
that.
all these concerns. You're already at the microphone, Walt, go ahead and speak, but let's keep it,
Do
please.
you want to keep it?
It's peaceful, okay.
Thank you.
I just want to explain that for about the last 12 years, the same violations we had 12 years ago are still violations today. They've never been finished. She has a junkyard next door to her. What has she done about it?
Okay, let's bring those
73
concerns up.
7387 Waterloo
Okay.
has 5 junk cars with 3 foot of weeds around them. And you can't see that?
And you're talking about a zoning violation, which I appreciate.
Another-
But let's do
okay.
that at our regular,
One more thing,
board
one
meeting.
more. There's a trailer that was moved on German Church. She notified him, and the man said, when the ground gets firm, I'll move it out. It's being lived in today. Where's the septic and stuff going? There's no
Thank-
follow-through on zoning. None. We've let
Thank you.
the person in court for 15 years.
All right. All right.
Where are we at?
We are looking to make a motion to appoint a zoning secretary.
I'll make a motion to appoint Shirley McAllister as zoning secretary at the rate of $20 per hour.
I'll second.
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes. I make a motion to pay Amy Jones, maintenance person of the town hall, rate of $15 an hour. Or 16, sorry.
Second.
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes.
All right. And I'll make a motion to rehire Jacob Gurman as the township IT employee on an as-needed basis, continuing at his rate of $25 per hour.
Second.
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to appoint Tim Whittlesey as road, building, grounds supervisor, also a cemetery sexton, for the rate of $24.76 per hour based on a 2,080 hours, including benefit package.
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes.
Make a motion to appoint Milton Green Jr. as road, building, grounds, and maintenance employee for 2024 at the rate of $21.15 per hour based on 2,080 hours, including benefit package.
Second.
Charlie, I'm sorry, what was that rate?
21.15.
15.15, okay. Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
I abstain.
and Dale.
Yes. I make a motion for the clothing allowance for the road department in the amount of $750 per person for a year.
Second.
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
I'll abstain.
Dale.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to the fire department. I will move that we keep Jason Brock as interim chief at $700 per month.
Second.
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes.
And I will move to use the pay schedule. Let me get it right here. That Water Fire Department station duty schedule as before, with the one correction, or one addition, I should say. The EMT basic category will go from $13 to $14. The rest will all stay the same, and just as before, the more certifications they get a 50% increase per certification.
I will second that.
Charlie?
Yes.
Thora?
Yes.
Dale?
Yes.
All right. I'll make a motion regarding the AFD calls. Off-duty response calls will be paid at a rate of $15 for the first hour, then $7.50 for each half hour while on scene. Off-duty transports will be paid at a rate of $40 per call for basic, $45 per call for advanced, and $50 per call for paramedics.
Second.
Charlie?
Yes.
Thora?
Yes.
Dale?
Yes.
And those are the same rates that they have had. I'll also move to retain Lindsay Davis as our full-time paramedic, all right, following the Atwater Fire Station duty crew pay, all right, for 2,080 hours, including the benefit package.
Second.
Charlie?
Yes.
Thora?
Yes.
Dale?
Yes.
I'll move to pay the fire inspectors at the same rate as before, $25 per hour when not on station duty.
Second.
Charlie?
Yes.
Thora?
Yes.
Dale?
Yes.
And I will move that the clothing allowance for the AFD in the amount of $2,500.
Second.
Charlie?
Yes.
Thora?
Yes.
Dale?
Continuing with the fire department, I move to continue using cost recovery services for motor vehicle accidents that require fire equipment, non-residents to be billed in full, Atwater residents to be soft billed.
Second.
Charlie?
Yes.
Thora?
Yes.
Dale?
Yes.
And I will continue to move to use the fire department EMS soft billing by Life Force Management for Atwater residents, along with their immediate family members that reside with them. This also includes the Waterloo Local School faculty, staff, and students. The chart is basic life support $450, advanced life support $550, advanced life support 2 $700, and transported loaded miles per mile $16.
Second.
Charlie?
Yes.
Thora?
Yes.
Dale?
Yes.
All right. On our notes here, Emily, that you printed off, the town hall rental times, it's 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., not 8 a.m. I feel the same prices are good for this year. I mean, there's a ton of residents that use this building. I don't think that we need to raise anything. So I'll make a motion to retain the following rates from 2023. Resident rate for the town hall is $100, non-resident is $200, and then the pavilion rental resident fee is $25, and the non-resident fee is $50.
I'll second.
Charlie?
Yes.
Thora?
Yes.
Dale?
Yes.
Next is the cemetery rates. The only thing that I would like to increase is the funeral after 2 p.m. on weekdays. The way our policy is that would pay for the overtime from the guys. $300 would cover the overtime. So Emily, the only increase is the funeral after 2 p.m. on weekdays goes. I would like to go to 300 instead of 200. So I'll make a motion for the 2024 cemetery resident fees, non-resident fees as follows. Per grave, for resident fee is $200, non-resident is $600. Per lot is $350 for resident, non-resident is $900. Baby section is $150 for resident, $300 for non-resident. Open and close for baby section is $250. Open and close for all other section is $700. Cremation is $200. Funeral after 2 p.m. on weekdays is $300. Saturday, Sunday, and holiday additional fee is $300. And footers will be done by monument companies.
I second.
Charlie?
Yes.
Thora?
Yes.
Dale?
Yes.
All right, the zoning fees. I don't see a whole lot of reason. I mean, the main two fees or permits that we write are single-family dwellings and garage. So, I mean, I think it's fair. What's your guys' opinion on that?
Keep them the same as last year.
I mean, they've been the same for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, something like that. The only one I think would benefit possibly would be to raise the single-family dwelling and then possibly the garage, but because that's the most common two we use. I don't think $50 is addition to the single-family dwelling would be that bad to raise it to 200.
Do you know what the other township?
I think we're a little on the slow side
Right.
by a decent amount. So I think a $50 increase for the single-family dwelling and a $50 increase for the garage and additions. Yeah,
Everything else kept as last year?
correct.
Is that in the form of a motion?
That is in the form of a motion. Yes.
All right.
I second it.
Charlie?
Yes.
Thora?
Yes.
Dale?
Yes.
Question.
Phil? I'm sorry, Phil, I know. If we had a movable microphone, but you get more complaints from people at home that can't hear.
Well, that's all right, I understand. No, my question is, when you're talking single-family dwelling and a garage, are you talking them combined?
No. Single-family dwellings is the new rate is $200 for a permit. And a garage, to build a garage and additions is now $175.
The reason why I'm asking is any new
Home has to have a garage, correct?
Right.
So when you get a permit for a new home, it automatically comes with a garage.
Okay.
So when you build a new home, that the garage is included. But if you already have a home and you want to build a second garage, or
That's fine, that I understand.
that's the only difference. And those are the two most common ones we get. I would say 9 times out of 10, that's what we get.
That's fine.
So-
You know, all I want to do is clarify because, you know, if somebody comes in and builds a house and with the garage, which is what our zoning says they have to have.
They just need a single-family dwelling permit.
All right,
And then that, that per our book, that's what you need is garage. So,
that's fine.
all right? All right.
Okay. All
Last
right.
page.
Next page. You guys ready? All right. I would like to request that the fiscal officer is able to issue blanket certificates up to $20,000, and anything over $20,000 has to have trustee approval.
So
Second.
moved.
I think it was 20 last year as well.
So moved. I need a second. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, sure. Okay.
20,000.
Charlie?
Yes.
Thora?
Yes.
And Dale?
Yes.
Okay, Thora, did we, I'll question this and then we can discuss it.
Yes.
Okay, so I would like to request approval for department heads, road department and fire department, to be able to spend up to $2,500 without trustee approval.
All right.
I would like to see a timeline for that, so it's either per month or.
Right, or per, I mean, if they have money available in a PO or whatever,
Yeah, I mean,
as long as the funds are.
I would like to
Yeah.
put some kind of timeline on that. Just, not that anybody's gonna abuse that, I just would like to, so is that $2,500 a year, is that $2,500?
Right, because we were trying to look, me and Thora, but we couldn't figure out how to word it, so that's why we brought it this way.
It's so, as we'd said before, we don't need to have the fire department coming to us and say, we need to buy light bulbs, or we need to buy batteries, or when the blower went bad here,
Right.
on the furnace. that they can go out and get what they need right then without having to come to the trustees to ask for approval for that. That's, so up to $2,500, you know, it's as needed for the maintenance, for the upkeep of their building, of their equipment, whatever it is, you know. They have to turn in the receipts to any of us. We can always see if, you know, if it becomes, I
Abused.
can't imagine how
It's not,
they would abuse
it's
it.
not going to be, you're right,
Right.
so.
And I don't think we can necessarily limit it per month, you know.
No.
Because I don't know what the blower motor costs when Tim and Milt had to go get that from, you know, from Granger.
Right.
But I think most of these are just things that are daily needed for the day-to-day business of running the fire department, running, you know, the garage, the town hall.
You talking about purchase order? You talking purchase order or blanket certificate?
No, we're talking using the credit card even if they need to.
Well, you still need to have a purchase order or blanket certificate. I think the blanket's good for 6 months, isn't it?
Yeah, but what we're saying is,
Like 3 months?
remember how in years past, you know, Tom would say, you know, I need to go buy batteries, and he would come to request for us. They shouldn't have to request that. If they need batteries for whatever, they should be able to go out and get that, whether they use the credit card, whether they use an account we have at Lowe's, whatever they use.
I mean,
That's
even-
what this is all
Even
about.
regular scheduled maintenance of a truck or things like that, so.
Yeah. So we're saying request approval for the department heads to be able to spend up to $2,500 for regular scheduled maintenance items or in a case of emergency without coming to the trustees. They, in a way, can do that, I think, already with, you know, they have the Lowe's credit card, they have,
Right.
you know, they order things, you know, the accounts that we have. We're just trying to get away from, you know, and I think it was mostly Tom that would come and do, you know, ask for that.
Right, and I mean, you're still gonna, just like Linda did, you're gonna give them updated PO forms and all that stuff. So
Right.
they'll know what's left on their, whatever PO number they need to use and all that,
Right.
so.
Right.
Okay. I'll second that motion, or make a motion, whatever. Did you already move it?
No, I did not.
I need it first.
I'll,
No.
yeah, that's me.
Okay.
I'll second.
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
and Dale.
Yes.
Okay, and then, we don't need a motion for this, but this is just a request, that we have all bills and time cards to be turned in by noon on the Thursday prior to the upcoming meeting, to give time for payments to process everything before our meeting on Tuesday.
Okay.
All right. All right. I think we have taken care of our business. This time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I second it.
Charlie,
Yes.
Thora,
Yes.
Dale.
Yes.